when I was 11U with Nolan and Hayden and Cole. And my favorite memory was probably going back to back with Cole and Chulo.
All right.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
We joined when we were 11, and my favorite memory is probably when we were in a championship game and we let the other team score like 7 runs in the first, and Jacob chewed us out on the field for like 15 minutes, and then we came back and won.
I joined this team in 14U, and my favorite memory was probably the first tournament I played with us in the championship when the other coach ripped the batter's box out of the turf.
It's like pulling teeth.
I started in 15U, and my favorite memory is pulling up to every ball field and seeing Shane wear his ankle shorts.
Throw my long shorts, bro.
Been in and out, but I went back in rosters. They've been with us for 3 or 4 years, and then in and out. And then we had Cordell as well. And then Luke, you were on a lot of our rosters too. You were on the other side with Frozen Rope, so we'll leave you over there. But the guys were in and out as well.
I started basically this year. I played with them a little bit, but my favorite memory was joking about people who throw a submarine with Terry at the beginning of the season, and then actually learning how to throw a submarine with Terry.
I joined in 11U. My favorite memory was hitting leadoff, and that was cool.
I joined in 14U, and most memorable memory probably was we went on a 5-game losing streak just this last week, and we ran after the game.
Did it work? Did it work? We almost killed Pruitt. It worked. I thought Pruitt was going to die. Cole.
So I started in 13U, and my favorite memory is probably when we all did a slap boxing tournament. Me, Dalton, we were like the biggest ones.
Okay, so I kind of have a long story. I joined when we were 13, and it was when we were in Georgia, and it was Brock's birthday, so Brock wanted to go to the Braves game, so we went. And it was me, Kirby, Nolan, Samuel, Josh, and we were all sitting by the bullpen, and we were all just kind of talking, and we all kind of shifted away from Kirby, and us four were talking, and Kirby was talking to some girl, and we like didn't really know what was going on, so we kind of like listened in to hear what they were saying, and Kirby asked her how old she was. Oh no, she asked Kirby how old he was, and we were, I think, 15 at the time, and he was 14, so he tried to look like he was older, so he's like, yeah, I'm 15 years old, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm 21, and once we all heard that, we all just kind of jumped in the conversation, and everyone was talking, and then Ryan got into it, and Ryan's like, hey, sorry about my little brother, I'm 18, if you want to reel it. It was really bad, and then she ends up saying, well, I don't really want you, I want him. And we're kind of like, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And we're all like, okay, give him the kiss, give him the kiss. We're like, age is only a number. And she's like, okay, I'll give him one kiss on the cheek. And we're like, yeah, we're fine with that. And then she just like grabs him and just starts like making out with him. And we all like, just like, we're so hyped. We all just started like running around the stadium, and we came back and we told everyone, and not a single person believed us. It was real, I promise.
15U, and my favorite memory is probably stealing home, and it's supposed to be a squeeze bunt. No one missed the bunt, but I was still safe.
Yeah, no way. Good job.
I don't know, one of my favorite memories.
I started playing last year with him, and I think my favorite memory is against D-Bat in the championship game. I had RBI double. I tried stretching to a triple and got thrown out. And then later on, Terry came in and blew it.
Alright, let's know.
Oh, well, I played with Jacob my first year of 14U, and my favorite memory was probably almost getting knocked out in Melissa this year.
Hey, Nick. Stand up, Nick.
I joined this year. It's my first summer with y'all. It's been fun, but I think my favorite memory is when I was with the Bombers. We were way younger, and we were at Premier. I think Sulo's dad got a little overheated. Such a punch shouldered a lot of juniors' ways. But it was awesome.
My favorite thing was last summer, just watching all these guys just break off of us. That was nice.
We've known Kelly, I mean, since we started, I guess that's 13 years ago, through Jared, his oldest. And, okay, so, Kelly, you may like this or not. So, I suck at names. I'm horrible. And I'm like, Kelly Free. And I'm looking for Kelly Free. And I'm looking for a woman. I'm like, what the hell is Kelly Free? And I just got the name mixed up. But Ryan came in. We were in Rockwall. And Bedgood goes, who the hell is this kid with this loud mouth? And we're like, it's Ryan, dude. He's going to bring some attitude to the game. And he came out and he got 2 hits that game. We thought we were going to bring him in as a PO, but he turned out pretty good for us. So he brings a lot of life to our team. I'll just never forget that day over there in Rockwall when he came in. I'm like, this kid won't make it here because he just will not shut up. Well, we still love you, bro. You keep us going. There's no doubt. Terry, you got something?
So I started at 14U, and my favorite memories or whatever is when I first joined the team. Everybody hated me. Y'all thought I was really annoying. I wanted to hang out.
Sorry. You remember we were in Atlanta with this guy. And he's got this big speaker, and he's got 80s music on. I'm like, I like this kid. And they're like, Coach, what's wrong with Ryan? And I was like, shit, he could jail. Just sitting by himself, and everybody's like, what's wrong with Ryan? Down in the lobby.
But then it ended up, I became really good friends with a lot of the team and built some great friendships throughout the years. So thank y'all.
We've got our newbies, Eddie, Kyler, and Pruitt. Funny story on Pruitt and Kyler is me and Shane talked about we had to pick up some guys for this year. And we said, what about the Dodgers kid? We picked out Kyler, we picked out Pruitt, we picked out JD because we need another catcher. And we just talked about it. I think I talked to Chad about it. And then, dead serious, no lie, I get a text from Greg the following week, and we sealed the deal right here at La Hacienda.
Yeah.
And we're happy to have them. It was a great summer. A little difficult being new guys coming in, but you guys, great attitude, great mom and dad. I mean, you couldn't ask for better teammates. You've worked really hard for what you've done. We still got a lot of work to do, but we really enjoy you guys. It's like you've been here the entire time. We appreciate having you guys. Jack, you got anything? Come on, Jack.
Jack.
Alright, so I'm Jack. I joined this year, obviously. I'd say my favorite moment was in Houston, where I came in to pitch in the rain, and I just got railed the first inning, but ended up getting out with a triple play, so that was probably my favorite.
That was awesome, dude.
That's all I got.
One of the most important things, we want our boys to be the best baseball players they can be, right? But what's most important is the men they're becoming. The men they're becoming, because regardless of how long they play this game, we all know that it's who you're becoming in life and the life lessons that can be learned with this game around hard work and perseverance and the tenacity, the teamwork, the things that go along. You'll take all of those things into life, every bit of it. And the other thing I've learned, and I've talked to so many of you guys, and you guys have all kind of said this, is like leadership starts at the top. And this guy right here, we owe him a debt of gratitude and just an applause, a thank you for like the time and effort. And it's not just the baseball players that he's helped you guys become, but he cares about you guys and who you've become as young men. And this ain't the last tournament you'll ever hear from this guy right here. And I just thank you, dude, for the investment in these guys. Absolutely. Shane, the time and effort these guys put in, awesome. Thank you, guys.
There was a time when there were 3 Longhorn teams the same age group, and it was a serious rivalry. And Jacob was our opposing coach, and so we were rivals. And I said, how many times did we get in the car after a tournament? And I said, Ethan is not playing for that guy. and
I think everybody said that.
Yeah, so we were at the point where Daddy Ball was done, and we were moving into, trying to find a team for Ethan. And I kept saying, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And then here we are 7 years later, and you've been incredible. You've been more than fair to Ethan. You've always had his back. I mean, we can't. Every year in the high school baseball program, when they have to put who's your greatest influence in baseball for 3 years, it's been you, and I have a feeling it's still going to be you this year. So thank you, Jacob. And I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, it's okay. All right, so I don't like talking a lot, so this will be kind of short.
Come on now.
Just like Felix. However, I gotta correct the record here, because listening to this young lady speak here, Miss Bedgood, Samuel started with you again, but Noah, who was Samuel's older brother, played for one of your Longhorn teams when you was in Sherman. That's how we first met him. When Samuel was on the Junkyard Dogs, Coach Bedgood over there, and some of you all guys that was in the Junkyard Dogs, we would do the same thing like Miss Carey did. Man, we finished playing the game. His team spanked somebody. I mean, just laid them out. And he had them all sitting on the ground. You guys played like, and I told my wife the same thing. Okay, that's one guy we ain't never going to have because they won. They won the game. And he was on me. And I said, hey, and then after we got to know him better, and we played against him. But when Samuel first came back to Longhorns, he went to Longhorn Hernandez. Man, we were fierce competitors, let me tell you. And then after that year, he went a couple of teams, whatever, for fall. But then we came back to Coach Body here. And I tell you, we've had a lot of coaches, a lot of them. But my friend here, Mr. Free, says, I mean, he not only looks out for the baseball part of it, man, he stays involved. He's calling, checking for schedules. He's showing up at schools. He's talking to our high school coaches if he thinks things need to be a little bit different. So he's totally involved in what you guys do. So a lot of the stuff goes on behind the scenes. And there's time where he'll call me at 10:30. Hey man, what do we do about this, about Samuel or whatever? Boom, 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 boom. Or what do you think about this? I mean, so he talks a lot, spends a lot of time. And he's got a family. He's got his own kids, man. He's got to go coach and all that good stuff. But he's never forgotten where you guys started from. Where he's taking. Thank you, Coach. Thanks, bro.
Thank you guys for welcoming us. New guys to the team. Jacob, we've had some good dueling fights when we were the Tigers and we were the Dodgers. You've always been class. You do a great job with the kids. I actually checked on somebody, a friend of mine, AK. AK? Aaron Wyndham? AK? I said, hey, tell me a little bit about this guy. And he said, man, the guy's class act. I play college ball with him. You're going to be great. And that was when I liked you back when we were about 14U, I think. I was like, I like that guy, dude. He's out there for the betterment of the kids. And so we want to thank the parents, though, for allowing us to come over. The commitment that we all make to our kids is like second to none. I hope these kids appreciate that and take that on to win their parents. But role models, man, you're great role models. We really appreciate that. So
I tried to get away with it. I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I've been with y'all for a few years now, and this is probably my most exciting time of the year. I look forward to this time of year more than anything. I enjoy coaching Brock and them in that age, but this is probably the group that I just
relate to more and enjoy. And they always pick on me, so it makes the summer go by. It's easy and it's fun. And they just hate on me because they're not as cool as me, but that's fine. But it's going to suck not being able to be around most of you next year, because I know some of you will probably have to go and do your own thing in college. But at least there's a lot of schools that I get to go that I've never been to go watch these guys play in the future, so that'll be awesome. And I mean, whether they know it or not, they'll probably pick on me for this. I mean, I love each and every one of your kids. If they ever need anything, they can reach out to me and talk to me, and I'll do whatever I can for them. And they're all going to say I'm a homo now because I did that. That's what it is. Nick actually said I was one today, so it's nothing new, so it's not a big deal. But sorry I won't be there this week. I hope y'all do well, and I guess I'll see some of you next summer.
All right.
Obviously, thank Jacob for. We thought he was going to kick Dalton off as soon as we started because he struggled so bad. But echo Amy, thank you. I know it's been a ton of time. But also Joel and Carrie, I mean, I know they were the first game changer that I remember. And just being able to watch that, I mean, that's huge. And then Julie, obviously, she'll say she's not the team mom, but she's the team mom. And yeah, organizing hotels and everything. And then John this year with Game Changer also. But I just want to share my story, and that was weird. Big League Dreams, is that what's that park called? Is that it? I think it was the second year. It may have been the first one, but I just remember it was cold out, and it was early in the game, we were winning, and I went to the truck and came back, and I had on my OU pullover, and we ended up losing the game. And I just remember Tom looking over at me and said, are you still going to wear that? Or literally thought he was going to kill me, and I never wore it again. So after that, the OU stuff stopped. So, I don't know if you remember that.
He actually married somebody from the hometown, and we balance each other well. He's calm, collected, really good baseball knowledge guy. I mean, we're just blessed to have him. He's coached 2 teams, and it's really hard to find somebody you trust within an organization. Obviously, you've known that going through the years. But man, we're really blessed to have a guy like Shane where I can leave opposite Shane with the team, or just help out. Greg was a huge help this year. Just this summer alone, it's pretty amazing. Just seeing scouts and just our guys out there performing. It's always been a battle. You're not a D-bat, you're not a Dallas Tigers, you're not a big name. And for me, when I started this, I wanted to target kids that couldn't really afford it, the kids that had really good families, they were athletic. And obviously you grow, right? You don't want to drop a lot of kids. I guess Ethan, those guys were 11. I knew of the Junkyard Dogs. What is that, with Junkyard Dogs?
That's awesome.
We didn't want Samuel because of Felix at the time, so we were good. So, during that time, we were a growing organization. We had some ups and downs. I had met the Latos through Art Hernandez and his squad. So we had a few tryouts, and I saw, we call him the big donkey now. We saw Cole, the big donkey. So I was like, I want the big donkey. And then I remember Nolan, so I chased Nolan's mom down. He was fundamentally just sound. And I said, we've got a core, and I called Joe, and Joe was kind of out of the loop, which we had some relationships there with the LeBrons and whatnot. So I had a few skins on the wall, Kerry, just a few. So we took Ethan. We had Ethan that year, HK that year, which I don't know if you know the Kents, they have Kyler. He is 2 years older than you. And we started our organization with 3 with Kyler. So we saw HK grow up, he'd become in the practices and whatnot. So we had HK on the roster, Neil and Cordell on the roster. Who else? Cole was on there, Ethan was on there. I didn't know what to expect. And I think we started off as AAA. And I think the most memorable deal about that season is we went to a 12U Majors. We went to a 12U Majors tournament. And we went 0-5, I think, and we gave up 100 runs for about our 2. We just got spanked. And I told Amy when I got back, I said, I'm not going to have a team next year. I'm not going to have a team next year. They believed in us, and then that following year, I believe, Bex came, and Tev came, and we were at a tryout, and me and David fought. over you two guys. We're like, I'm taking them both, and sorry about your luck, David, but they're going to go with me. So we added those two guys. We just kept adding pieces. The following year, we had Terry come on, and then obviously in high school, we added Scout, which is a big piece. And John can tell you, and I'm just telling you, growing up, Whitesboro, I would never be friends with somebody in Whitesboro, Texas. But it's been a blessing the last 3 years. He's a good friend of mine. I don't think now there's not a day me and John don't talk about something. And I just kept hearing about this kid, Scout Sanders, but he was living his Grayson County dream in Whitesboro. So he wouldn't let him play for us, but he finally did. So it's been a blessing. This summer's just been full of emotion for me because I know, like, it's just, these guys mean a lot to me. I mean, a lot. And that person back there, I owe it all to because she supported me day one doing this. I had no idea what I was doing. So, and I couldn't tell you today how to do it, right? Or talk to a scout or what we're going to do or whatever, but just the unknowns, the doubts that Cole Laketos couldn't play at the next level, and we fought for it, or Ethan, or Ryan, or Terry, or Nolan, just all those doubts that you get from all the outsiders, right? We get it all the time. Well, your squad's great, you do a great job. Me and Shane are tired of hearing that, and we finally earned it, right? They earned it. They earned it. We always knew we had special guys, but we just didn't know what the future would hold for you. We still don't know, right? Baseball is an avenue, but ultimately it's going to be the green, what you do in real life. And that's what we got here is a really good group of guys that can do that. But for me, I mean, I love these dudes like, or Brock or Taylor or Blake. We've had some that's come in and out, the Joneses. We went to California with the oldest. It was great. It was an easy phone call. We missed Grayson this year, and then boom, Grayson comes right back. And you just miss those guys. We talked to Monday the other night about HK, and you miss HK, but I'm blessed to be able to coach guys like this. You guys are blessed. You do have some really good kids. They're going to be great, whatever they do in life. Whether it is baseball or football, whatever their avenue may be, they're going to be okay. I promise you. There's a plan for them. You guys have done great. You've done everything I've asked you to do. There's plenty of times I'm sure your mamas have hated me because of stuff I've said to you guys. It's just, you bought in, you've done great, you've worked hard, and it's there. Now we've got a lot of work to do with a lot of the other guys, but even you new guys, you came in a tough situation, and you've done really well. I'm super, super proud of you. I'm super excited for you. The future's massively bright. I just can't express the thank you, the gratitude for all you guys sticking with us, believing in me and Shane and Greg this year, joining our club, supporting our club. And it's really shown. Our younger groups are going to be strong. John can tell you, we've had his youngest this year and really successful. But ultimately, for me, this is what it's about. It's not about getting paid. It's just seeing these guys be successful and taking knuckleheads like Felix in. And this guy was one we always played and we always beat, right? But we wanted you, but we're like, he thinks he's good. And we finally got him, though, from Old West, but we finally got him. But I'm excited for you guys. I don't know what else. I mean, there's a lot there, but I'm good now. It's been an emotional season, trust me. I didn't want this to end. And it's got to end sometime, but it's ended on a good note. You finally made your mark. I can't tell you the phone calls I get weekly or just the amount of just emails and stuff about all our guys, about our team, and they're the talk, right? I mean, that's through 5-Tool, that's through Perfect Game, and that's just through a lot of high school coaches. I mean, they were asking for guys today where they were at, and your kids earned it. There's a lot of work to do. Obviously, you got to still hit the books next year. It doesn't stop. It just progresses. Somebody right now is out working. Make sense? So we want to always see you guys succeed. We've got other guys that are graduating college. Guys in the summer league, you get to see, Ethan's older brother doing really good. You get to see Kyler's brother HK's brother, Kyler doing really good. You always got to continue to work, okay? Don't just say you made it. I mean, what are you going to do after that? Because everybody really now is working in about a year for you guys. And what you put in, what you're going to get out. But most importantly, you need to get that degree, I think. So, appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.